Today we have the Santa Claus of Halloween with us. He's just gonna be there watching intensively to see if we're doing a good job. Don't mind him. Apart from that, let's see how this hologram works so I can start telling you a story written by Chat GPT at my indications. So apparently these guys have a library of over 700 holograms and 3D models. I always loved holograms. They are so cool for some reason. Now let's unbox it and see what's inside. So we have here sticker with do not touch hologram fan. Okay. The user manual, plastic. Okay. We have the base of the hologram. We have the remote controller, a screwdriver, the charger, some screws and miscellaneous things here, and also this thing. I think it's like the fan, because we have one more and you're not gonna guess it, it's just one more, and apart from this is another one and another one. There you go, 4 of them. Now we finished assembling the projector. Let's change the mood a little bit so we can be more in the storytelling type of vibe. Now that we got into the spooky mood, let me tell you the story of Reginald Montcrief, written by ChatGPT in the style of Egar Alan Poe, who wrote The Fall of the House of Usher. I mean, look at him. If this guy doesn't know how to tell a horror story, I don't know who does. Full disclosure, before the story, ChatGPT did too good of a job and it used some incredible words, so I hope you understand English. In the remote village of Black Hollow, shrouded by an unending pall of mist and nestled amidst a bleak and desolate landscape, there stood an ancient mansion known as the Moribund Estate. It was a structure ensconced in gloom, a monument to the morbid tales that whispered through the corridors of time. In this desolate manor resided a recluse named Reginald Montcrief, a man of erudition and peculiar demeanor. His visage was pallid, his eyes a murky abyss reflecting the shadows that haunted his soul. Tall and gaunt, he cut a figure that sent shivers down the spines of those unfortunate enough to cross his path. His obsession lay with the arcane and forbidden, a penchant for the occult that burned within the recesses of his twisted mind. Reginald had been once a man of scholarly pursuits, esteemed in the realm of academia, but tragedy had befallen him, shattering his world. The love of his life, a maiden named Lenora, was cruelly snatched away by raging illness. Grief consumed him, leaving a hollow husk of a man, a vessel desperate to fill the void left by her untimely demise. Desperation drove him to the realms of the forbidden. He turned to ancient grimoires and forbidden tomes, seeking solace in the dark arts. Within the bowels of the Moribund Estate, he pursued knowledge beyond mortal ken, fixated on the promises whispered by the shadows. His studies led him to the elusive art of necromancy, a malevolent practice that allowed communication with the dead. He believed that through this dark art, he could reach out to Lenora and hear her voice once more to soothe the ache in his tormented heart. Night after night, by the flickering light of the tenebrous candles, he chanted incantations, entreating Lenora's spirit to manifest. Each utterance brought him closer to the ethereal veil, blurring the line between the living and the dead. Shadows danced malevolently, and the air grew thick with an otherworldly chill. Yet, Reginald was oblivious to the peril that lurked in the shadows. One somber eve, as the clock struck midnight, Lenora's ghostly figure emerged from the ethereal veil, her presence laden with a sorrow that permeated the room. Her visage was sorrow incarnate, her eyes reflecting a desolation that pierced Reginald's very essence. She beckoned him into the shadowy abyss beyond life. Eager to reunite with his spectral beloved, Reginald succumbed to the enticing embrace of the unknown. He embraced her phantom form, oblivious to the inescapable fate that awaited. The walls of the moribund estate shivered, sealing their fate in a sepulchral tomb. As they descended into the depths of oblivion, the mansion crumbled, a requiem for a tormented soul. The moon witnessed their descent, veiling their existence in a shroud of melancholy. And from that day forth, the moribund estate became but a memory, a legend whispered in fearful tones by the villagers of Black Hallow. Yet, in the stillness of the night, the wind carries a mournful dirge, a haunting reminder of the fate that befell Reginald Montcrief, a fate forged in the shadows and sealed in eternity. For in the realm between life and death, the echoes of Lenora's sorrowful lament linger, a perpetual requiem for a love lost in the void. The legend of the moribund estate lives on, a cautionary tale to all who dare to tamper with the realms beyond mortal understanding. Happy Halloween, my dear watchers! Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash the notification bell. And also, please leave me your thoughts in the comments about the story that I just told you. Also, if you want to watch the last two videos, right here. Bye!